Welcome to the Mental Health Podcast, Season 2, where we discuss all things mental health. Today, we introduce to you some friends that will be joining us for this entire season. This season will bring lots of twists and interesting topics. So, grab your tea and meet us over at the couch. Welcome to the Mental Health Podcast. We are back with a new edition of the Mental Health Podcast. Normally, you guys will see just me and a friend, but we have changed things around and we now have an awesome panel. So welcome to the Whoa Mental Health edition of the Mental Health Podcast. Here we have my two friends, Rocky.
And I am Kaylin Deanna.
So from now on, you will see us as a panel, and we are going to touch on many different topics of mental health, but now, especially for the women, okay? Mm-hmm. Last time we were just talking in general. We were just having fun conversations, but now we are actually going to be intentional about tapping into women mental health this time around. So how are you guys feeling today?
I am going to be honest and let you know that I am feeling quite up there and overwhelmed today. But we are going to stay positive and happy because we starting this new woman podcast. You bringing it back.
Yeah.
So it's all positive vibes, good spirits, good energy. So yes.
I love that. I love honesty. We love honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. Today has been a good day. It was early release, so.
That's always good.
Yes, exactly. So I got a chance to decompress today, so I'm grateful for that.
Mm-hmm. Good. So,
and how about you?
Oh, I'm doing good. You know, I'm here. We're here. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy we're getting started.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good today. Good. Yeah. Good. Thanks for asking.
Of course.
So today we are talking about friendship, which is a wonderful topic because earlier this week, Rocky had texted our group chat. She was like, what if we did like a Galentine's theme? And I'm like, oh, that's perfect for what we're talking about. So yes, we did coordinate our outfits today, just a little bit, but I wanted to talk about friendship today. And I wanted to talk about friendship because as women, friendship is a weird topic. It's a weird thing that happens amongst us, especially within our community. And I honestly, I just want to say I appreciate the friendship we have developed. And I know that friendship has been a little weird for me throughout the years. And then with the season of love, right? Friendship and love, it goes hand in hand. Okay. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about friendship today. Okay. So we're going to be raw and honest, you know, about where we are and, you know, where we're going. But yes, the topic for today is friendship.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So in your opinion, how important is friendship, or what does friendship mean to your life?
How important is friendship? Friendship is as important as it is to family, I would say. You have those friends that feel like family. I believe that friendship is as important as it is to family. You have those that you can lean on for whether you're going up and down in life, whatever, those who have been around with you 10 years, 2 years, 3 years. You may meet friends that's going to always be there and support you no matter what you've gone through or so forth. So friendship means to me, again, like I said, it means family. You have those friends like that means family, that are close to you, that's family. I feel like our friendship is building up to whereas you both are starting to feel somewhat of a family to me, to whereas I can get some advice from both of you all that can help me in my daily life and so forth, and vice versa. I feel like I may be able to give you guys some advice and so forth. So yeah, that's a little snippet of what friends means to me.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, piggybacking off of Rocky, I definitely agree. Friendships are intimate relationships, up there with family, up there with your romantic partner. I feel like they're just as valuable. Friendship is important, and I'm grateful. Yes, I'm grateful for that because this has been an area in my life that has been kind of dynamic. I'm going to use that word. It's been a learning experience. Just like any other relationship, friendships teach you about yourself. So I definitely value them. They're very important.
I'll agree on that note. And I'm glad that you said friendship is like up there in regards to family. Because I feel like my friends are usually the chosen family, right? And I'm so intentional about my friendships and who I let inside of my bubble, especially in the last 3 to 5 years. That it is just as important, you know. And I feel like they say, "Oh, you can't choose your family." Well, I think I can to some degree because there are, you know, family members that I will cut off in a heartbeat. If your energy ain't right, you know, what cousin? Who are you talking about? You know, whereas for friends, you know, I choose the relationships that I want to build, you know, because yes, friendship is very important. But like you said, it's been a very dynamic journey, you know, over the years. So it's very important to me. But I know I've guarded myself. So it's important because I'm so intentional about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is the difference between friendship and sisterhood?
That's a good question.
Let's ponder on that.
I kind of have an answer because friends at time, when we say the word friends, sometimes we don't separate friends from acquaintances.
Sometimes we use it too loosely.
Right. So I think when I say friends, I do use it in a general term, or as a general term. But I have friends that are sisters. All of my friends aren't my sisters. Because, you know, you have your work friends, you have community friends, you have different spaces. Church, if you go to church, church friends. But everybody isn't your sister. Your sister is someone that truly does see you. So I'm not going to say every friend may see you on the same level as a sister may. So that's my take.
That.
That was a good question.
That
was a really good question.
Really good question. Again, have me ponder. What's the difference between friends and do you see friends as sisters?
What's the difference between friends versus sisterhood?
So I would say that I was using friends a little too loosely in these past 4 years, I want to say. Thinking that the people that I came across were friends, and they weren't quite friends or so. Some of them, they were friends, and some of them, again, became friends to where it was like, as far as family and so forth. Sisterhood. As much as friends that are up there just like family, they should hold you accountable. Sisterhood, they hold you accountable. So let me go with my relationship with my actual sister, my blood sister. Speaking with her on our daily life situations or so forth, she will hold me accountable of things, of me being a mother, me being a sister, me being a friend. She'll hold me accountable. So sisterhood, I would say, they hold you accountable. you stick together, whether if it's a good thing or bad thing, you stick together. So I would say that's sisterhood and versus friendship. Yeah.
I would say for me, I think it's like the loyalty piece because my family, sister is family. My family, I'm going to bat for. My family, I'm riding for. If you're my friend and you're going through a hard time, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. Now, if you're my sister and you're going through a hard time, I'm finding solutions. I'm trying to figure out how to make your life better, or how can I be an impact into your situation. And I'm going to go out of my way. I'm going to extend myself for sisterhood. Whereas if, friendship, there's not going to be any real loyalty. No, I lied. There's a loyalty, but it's not a committed loyalty is what I'll say. So if I have, a circlehood of, friends, and we have mutual, places that we go and things like that, that's cool. But if I see you as a sister, I'm gonna go to bat for you. I'm not gonna just extend myself to anybody or for anybody. And I think that's been a part of my journey throughout using that word friend. Because I have an unwavering loyalty anyway.
Right.
And I know that loyalty has kind of been abused. Which is why I've kind of not tried to build too many friendships over the years, because once I consider you family, I'm the kind of family member where it's like, okay, you scorned me, but I'm forgiving. At the end of the day, if something else happened, I'm going to be there. That's just, again, my loyalty is just so unwavering. But even in friendships, it's like, I know I should have cut you off a long time ago, but because I consider you a sister, I let things linger on a little bit longer than they should have. So for me, the difference between friendship and sisterhood is the loyalty, the committed loyalty to being intentional about that relationship. Because even in like your sisterhood, like you said, there's going to be good and bad, but both sides have to be committed to keeping it good or healing when there's things that happen in the friendship that are ugly. Because in real relationships in your life, and the people that are supposed to be there, like you said, they can hold you accountable. They can kind of check you for what's happening in your life. And somebody that you don't value, they're going to check you. You can be like, cut the cord. I'm cutting the cord. I knew this wasn't for me anyway. But a relationship that you value, which to me is sisterhood, it's just a little bit more valuable to me. We're going to fight. Might not talk for a couple weeks, but then it's going to be like, you know what? Let's go out to lunch. We need to resolve this. We need to figure something out because I value this relationship more than if we were just acquaintances or friends.
So I'm going to say something to that. As I was just leaving from a friend's house today. And I can tell when this friend may need their space. And it's been a while since we talked or seen each other. And we saw each other today. And you got some time, girl? I'm like, yeah, I got some time. And she sat there and expressed herself as to the things that she was going through, not in depth, but just still the things that she was going through and how she needed some time away from life, people in general, because she needed to decompress. Did I do anything wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. Did she do anything wrong? She didn't do anything wrong. She just needed that time to decompress. That, again, is sisterhood. I'm going to be there because I know you got something going on. I'm not going to attack you for it. I'm going to let you take your time, your space. When you're ready to come back, I'm here. I'm still here. I was here today when she, I want to see you. So I pulled up, saw her, and she let everything off her chest of what she needed to let go. And we still here. We're still riding it.
Yeah.
So,
That's
so
good.
that's sisterhood. That
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Right. So, what are some requirements of your friends or sisterhood? Because one thing I'm learning in my friendship journey is I have to set boundaries, healthy boundaries, just like you would in your romantic relationships. But I didn't learn them early. I will say that I didn't learn them early what my boundaries were in friendship. So I'm starting to kind of learn what my requirements are for friendship. So I just want to ask, like, what are some of your requirements for friendships?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Just like I don't know what my requirements are for any relationship at the moment, because I am starting completely over.
That's good though.
If that makes sense. Like I just said, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I think I ran into people that were friends or considered friends or whatever. What was my requirements then? Just someone that's going to hang out with me, or someone just going to go to get a drink with me. That's not necessarily just a friend. Or someone that's going to give me a ride if I need. No, that's not just a friend. So what are my requirements now? I would have to check back with you once I check in with myself to know, so I can know what my requirements are before I can answer that question, because I'm still learning. I'm still figuring it out.
I love that. I love that answer.
I know y'all are my required friends.
Period.
Yeah.
Rocky, that's real. That really is real. And I appreciate that honesty. I know for me, this has been a recent learn as this past year. There's requirements. I definitely need to have people in my life that inspire me, that really like impress me. Like I saw a video on TikTok and someone said that you really don't want any friends that don't impress you. And when people hear that, that can sound very surface level, but why wouldn't I want to be impressed by people that I want to consume my time with? I want to be able to learn from you. Yes, I want to be able to support you. Of course, that's why we're here. That's why we're in relationship. But what is going on up here, or what are you applying that I can, apply to my life? I think that's important, that we have friends that are doing things that, we aspire to do, doing things that are completely different than what we do, but still give us a new insight to life, Part of the thing I have learned as well is just because we spend time together and have a good time, laugh, that doesn't necessarily mean we have a committed or loyal relationship. Just because we spend time and have a good time. It needs to be some substance there. So I definitely need some substance. But also that flexibility as well. And also what I definitely need moving forward is reciprocity. That has been something that I have been lacking, requiring from people, because it's, in my mind, sometimes I automatically think how I think is how other people think. And, part of me growing up is like, girl, get out, get out your brain, get out yourself. No, everybody doesn't think like you. And not that everybody needs to think like me, but if I'm in relationship with you, there are certain things that should be equally yoked, you should say. So that's definitely a requirement.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a new learn for me. I'm in this space where anything that feels transactional or performative, I don't want it. And majority of like my relationships, not even just friendships, but like work and like romance and all, in a lot of different areas in my life throughout, since my teenage years, it's been more performative. But I think at some point, that was a coping mechanism for me. do you like me? I want you to like
Right.
me. So I'm going all the way out of my way to make sure that you know I want to hang out. Like, hey, I'm always hitting you up. What are we doing this weekend?
Yeah.
And then as soon as I need to deal with whatever I'm dealing with, it fizzles. It fades away. I don't hear from that person anymore. And the last thing that they knew about me is that I was struggling, right? And as a friend,
Right.
if I'm struggling, I need to know, like you said, that reciprocity. You're still gonna be there. You're still gonna, hey, I'm noticing something is different. What's going on?
Right.
And I think, for me, that's just been like a thing where it's like I've excused it. I've let it happen over and over again. And then I'm kind of left empty because I've poured so much into this friendship. And now I'm wondering, well, what the heck did I do wrong other than go through life? Right. And for me, the reciprocity piece is so big because I'm not performing. Now that I'm at a place in womanhood where it's like I am comfortable in myself, whether I have somebody around me or not.
Right.
I don't care. If you fizzle away, you were supposed to. If it stays and it remains, and it's a back and forth. I'm checking in on you, you're checking in on me. Then I know that's what I should cling to, not the things where I'm consistently dishing. But that's a newer requirement for me where it has to be mutual. It has to literally be mutual and not just transactional, even the friends that want to go out because they know that you're a good time and they know that, let's go drink, let's go.
Right.
If the only time you hit me up is when you want to go out and drink, or
just have a good time.
Yes.
I can't always be the life of the
That
party.
is still transactional.
Yes.
Because you truly are.
That's what I'm like. At some point, when am I going to kick my feet up?
Yes.
So,
yes. And that's still transactional energetically.
Yes.
I'm transferring, and we're transferring energy. And again, at the end of the day, when I'm a little depleted, where I need someone to kind of pull me up, or just say, hey, you know what, just come on, let's go, right? It's like, are you still there? Are you still to be found? But that for me is just an ultimate no. Any other requirements? I don't really know yet. I'm still figuring that part out.
Yeah.
Let me check that one off. Mutual. You saying that, I'm sitting here thinking about the friends that I had in high school. There was 3 of them that I thought I was going to grow old with. Our kids was going to grow old together and so forth. But I recently realized that we all are in different places in our lives. But just because we are all in different places in our lives don't mean that our friendship should have been cut off if it was a true, honest friendship, or if it was a sisterhood, as you asked earlier. So I'm now realizing that maybe it wasn't the friendship that I thought it was going to be. Maybe it just was a time frame that we were supposed to be friends and so forth. Our relationship fizzled. It was point in times in my life that I was like, well, again, did I do something? My lifestyle is completely different than theirs. Do they not want to be my friends anymore because my lifestyle is completely different from theirs? So I now realize that those friendships weren't meant to be here with me now. And that's okay.
I'm glad you said that too, because what I love about our friendship is we are women in different phases of life, right? Like you're married with no kids. You're a single mom with kids. I'm married with kids. But when I had kids, those friendships that I thought were going to last forever, it was like, oh, you got kids now. You can't come out. You can't go to the club. You can't. And then it got to a point where I didn't want to go to the club.
Right.
I want to be home with my kids. I want to be home with my husband. I want to. But we are all in different phases of life as women, but it doesn't change our dynamic, and we still, link up. We give each other grace. Like, we really are able to say, like, listen, I'm just not feeling it today. Or, I need a moment. And then we pour into each other where we can, when we can. Right. But then it's not like overbearing. We're not like, just nagging or seeking each other all the time. Like, we really give each other the space that we need, the comfort that we need, and the encouragement that we need. Yeah.
I would say that's another requirement too, kind of like having that grace with each other. Because my thing is, I can go over and over again. I can be, engulfed with other people, where it's like I need to step back. So when people give me that space to, they realize that I do appreciate that. And before, people would, when I withdrew, people would be like, well, is everything okay? Is she mad? Is whatever. And, at the time I was younger, I didn't have the vocabulary or, the understanding to know. I just needed my solitude at time. But I do appreciate having that grace between us. So I would say that's another requirement on that list. You got to give me grace, because I'm going to give you that grace. I know life is going on. I know, we all have things that affect us in different ways. So when people need their time, I try to give it to them because I know I value it. But that goes back to that reciprocity. So those things, I feel like they go hand in hand. Like, those are key components.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all two y'all helped me so far. I got 2 checked on my box.
Yes.
I'll still come back.
Each other.
Right.
So there is sometimes times where friendships start to fade. They do start to fade, and they start to fizzle. So how do you know it's time to part ways with the friendship, and that it's served its purpose, and it's time to say goodbye or close that door?
Energy. Just feel the energy. We haven't talked in months. Then I think it might be maybe a year. We haven't talked in a year. And again, like I said, I know when something is up with a friend to where they need their space, but then they may come back around and be like, hey, this is what's going on. But again, it goes back to energy. When I know that something is over, I can feel it.
You just know.
I just know. We've been friends for 5+ years, and I haven't talked to you in a year. No matter what one of us have going on, I believe that friendship started to dwindle. So how do we have that conversation now that this friendship has dwindled? Has that conversation been had? Nope. It's just out there that we just both know that it's dwindled. It's not where it was before. So yeah, it's just energy to me. I just feel it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. When I feel like I have to start performing, or if I feel like I have to always defend my just reactions to things, because, getting to know people, you get to know how they are. And, you decide if you want to continue to deal with them. So if we're in a friendship and, you've appeared that how I am is okay, then I shouldn't have to apologize or feel kind of like indebted to you to not act the way that I'm acting or react the way that I'm reacting. Like, if I feel like I have to shape my actions and reactions because of how you may react, I don't know. Because I feel like we're at the age where we should be emotionally intelligent to have conversations if need be. So I just feel like once I feel like I'm trying to protect myself from you in a way, we don't need to be friends. Because I want to be able to, let my hair loose. Or my friends, my sisters, people that we were supposed to be family, I shouldn't have to feel like I need to shield myself in any way or, what people will say, dim my light in any way. But, so I would say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
I would say I kind of feel it energetically. But I also don't know because I'm an overthinker. All right. So even when like time has passed, I'm just, I feel like I'm in my brain a lot, again, especially when it comes to just my connections and relationships with people, I'm just very in my head. So sometimes I feel like I could be reading something that's not accurate.
I see.
But my intuition is usually 9 times out of 10 correct, right? So, but then again, that's where I let things kind of linger, where it's like, okay, the friendship is over, but then maybe a year or two, it's kind of like that unwanted ex, or it's like, hey, big head. And it's like, hey, sis, how you doing? You get one of those and it's like...
Right.
I don't know if I should respond.
Right.
I thought life had moved on, so and then, it's just like, oh yeah, just, I got busy. But then it's like, is that really what it was, So I honestly, like, I think I feel it energetically, but then sometimes I'm just like in my head and I'm just like, I don't know. So I'm also the kind of person like, I don't like conflict.
Me neither.
So if I see distance, to me, distance is the closure. So if you're getting distant, you're not responding, you're not hitting me up no more, or I'll text you and then it's like 2-3 weeks go by, but then you on social media, posting about your glamorous life, then for me, it's just like, okay, I got the hint, but then again, like time will pass and I haven't said anything. This person hasn't said anything. And it's just like, hey, sis, how you doing? So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know because again, but those are usually like the friendships that I feel are transactional or have been transactional. And 9 times out of 10, when I get a, hey sis, how you doing? It's followed by something of a need, right? Oh, can you help me with this? Do you know somebody that know how to da-da-da-da-da? And it's like, oh, okay, yeah. But again, because my unwavering loyalty, I'm going to respond. I'm going to answer, So, but then it's also like that person kind of sees, oh, yeah, she's still kind, oh, she doesn't take anything to heart, so I'm going to continue to carry on dealing with her the way that I do. So I don't know. It's just, I use, like I said, distance as closure. But I also am not the kind of person to just be like, you wasn't there for me when I was going through this over the last 2 years and I hear from you. The marriage that fell apart and put back together. But again, if I'm going through a tough time and I can't come to you, for me, automatically, you're going to stay in that friend category. And honestly, because sometimes I circle the block on friendships. Like if I go home and I'm like, I want to go out to the club tonight. I know exactly who's going to the club. I'm going to hit them up and be like, yo, it's popping. I'm in town. Where we going? What's the move for today? But it's not like, again, it's just the value. It's not that I didn't see them as a friend, but, proximity, we weren't close, and now I'm in a different place and then I'm trying to build a life here, and it's not that we're not friends, but also it's just like picking up the phone and chatting and things. Like, I don't feel like our culture does that anymore. We just watch each other on social media. So, and that's why for me, it's like, I don't know, is the friendship over or is it just that we're not in the same proximity or I don't know.
So I'm glad you brought that up because distance is going to definitely be my downfall when it comes to relationships. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm gonna be honest and transparent because I'm such a quality time person. That's one of my love languages. So, people that I have been friends with, like, say for instance, for college, my college friends, we still check in, but it's like, no, we're not going to be on FaceTime every day. We're grown. Like, we have things that we're doing. So when we find that opportunity to do a quick text check-in, we've been trying to get, back to homecoming. But if it happens, it happens. We put that intent. And when we do get together, that's how I know if the relationship is truly genuine. If the time we spent together the time we spent away didn't have an effect on the reconnection.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, the distance is going to get me, but I try to be very present for the people that I am in close proximity with. But the distance is going to get me. I need to make that clear. The distance is going to get me.
Well, that's a big distance. That's a big, yeah.
Yeah.
My distance, I don't think distance would get me per se. It's all about if that friendship was a real genuine friendship and if we just grew out of that friendship. I'm an hour away now from the friends that I thought that were going to grow old with or whatever. I don't think that's much of a distance.
That's not. No.
That's not much.
No,
of a
that's
distance.
close proximity.
Yeah. So I don't think that should have any effect on the friendship that we had. But it may have. I don't know. So again, that goes back to me saying energy and so forth. But yeah.
And that too just makes me think of the different levels. So if someone is considered my sister and I move away, that's different. I'm going to be checking in weekly, hopefully, or monthly. Once again, life be life. So sometimes, do I have the mental capacity to engage in a text conversation? Maybe not, I value, like I said, I really value quality time. I would rather put time and effort into planning like a meetup. But once again, only for those certain relationships. I'm not planning to meet up with everybody,
Going to you saying that we may not have time for a text monthly or weekly or so forth. So if I do reach out to a friend and so forth, and maybe be like, hey, do you have time or are you in the mental space to such and such? And if they're not, they're not. And I have to respect that. And if they are, okay, call me up right now.
Right.
But that's where you respect that friendship, you honor that friendship, you value that friendship, to know that, okay, this time might not be okay for me to vomit all my words out to them or be like, hey, you want to go out and just hang. It may not be that time for them. And again, you just I have to respect that.
Yeah, I am the person. I respond in my head. Boom, boom.
Yeah,
I promise you, I read the text.
Yeah.
But 2-3 weeks later, here I am like, ooh, I know I hit send on that. I know I did, and it's not there. So I am definitely the person that's like, I respond in my head. Please forgive me. Because like you said, life be life. And the life that we got over here is we are always on the go, So it's literally like, it just might slip my mind. Not because I didn't care or not because, it's just I really got busy. But I think people genuinely who are close to me know that I really am just crazy busy. So, but yeah, I respond in my head. That's the issue. That's why distance will become an issue because I just responded in my head. I responded to you spiritually, I sent my answer.
Or I'll be sitting there responding back. The babies will come and distract me up, put the phone down. Sincere is at a time in his life, and he see me going to go send a message or so, he's like pushing the phone out my hand, like, no, it's my time. It's my time. But yeah, I'll go ahead and start sending a message and get distracted from doing stuff with the kids or whatever else I'm doing and forget to hit send and so forth. So that's where I know as well to give people grace if they have not responded back and so forth. And if they haven't responded back within a couple of days, I'll go back and shoot out a message. Hey, you good? How are you? How's it going? And so forth. So, and it's always to the point with the friends that I have now, we all have our life, something going on in our lives. So yeah, they'll respond like it's nothing, like it's okay. And it is okay because they was busy at one point and so forth. So yeah.
Yeah, I know during our doula training, I think what really stuck out to me the most on that training was the conversation about community amongst Black women and how we're pinned against each other now, and normally there's like secret animosity and competition between friendships. And it's just like, it blew my mind, but it didn't at the same time, because I'm just like, we need to get back to village life. It was like we all played a role. We knew what role we played, but even like just like the childbirth sector, period. You had everybody knew like a baby was coming, like everybody was hands on deck. And it's not that there was competition. It was, just energetic exchange, where it was like, all right, I need to step in or I need to step back. I need to, and just again, over these last 3 to 5 years, just being very intentional about my friendships. When that topic was brought up, it was very sensitive for me, because I'm just like, I don't know why friendships haven't felt successful. I won't say that they weren't successful, but they haven't felt successful. And then, again, when we were just having that dialogue on the doula training, it was like, wow, okay, so I'm not necessarily the only one that feels this way, but there aren't enough conversations about it. So I'm glad it was brought up, and I'm just glad that, we've created the space here, to kind of have or start the conversation, so whoever out there wants to go check in with their friends and say, hey, girl, we could, are we friends or we sisters? I think that's questions we need to start asking our circles is, are we friends or are we sisters?
That and knowing what that question you asked as far as what are our requirements as far as your friends or sisterhood. So yeah, I think that's something that we should be asking ourselves before we jump into a friendship.
Yeah. Well, this was nice.
It was.
Yes. I do have one more thing that's on my mind. On social media, once again, social media has its good sometimes, but in this case, it was along the lines of, when it comes to, how we engage in relationships, sometimes we try to give people labels that they aren't qualified to be able to wear. So
you can't wear that hat.
Right. I think as people, we just need to be more honest about how much we can show up for ourselves first. Because if we don't show up for ourselves, there's no way we can really show up for other people. But on that second note, we need to, see how people are showing, what role are they showing that they want to play in our lives. That is another tidbit that's kind of been helping me navigate these relationships. And once again, that just goes to prove how this has been such a genuine connection, because you all have shown that you want to be a sister in my life. So thank you for that. I want to say thank you, and I want to continue to be intentional about showing that as well to you all. So
thank you as well.
Yes.
Thank you as well.
Yes, that was nice.
Yes. Cheers. Friendship, sisterhood.
yes.
What is it? The woman mental health.
Mental health.
I love it.
I love it. Yes. It's beautiful. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, thanks for tuning in and meeting us at the couch. We will be back with another episode very soon. But go ahead and follow our page on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, the Woe Mental Health Podcast. See you guys next time.